Should you buy an iPhone 7 Plus or a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus? That's coming up right now. Let's go. What is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the Should I Buy or Should You Buy the iPhone 7 Plus versus the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, I've done a gaming test, I've done a speed test. These tests are just tests. Here, I'm going to share with you my experience with both phones. I've had the Galaxy S8 Plus going on 3 weeks now. I've had the iPhone 7 Plus for about 2 to 3 months now. So I definitely feel like I can give you a fair take on which one might be the better one for you. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to share with you my 10 points and 10 experiences about many features of these phones to help you come to a final conclusion here. So let's begin with point number 1. Alright guys, so for point number 1, I want to talk about the specifications and my thoughts and experiences with them. So specifications are something that is, not something you definitely see when using it day to day, but you can talk about this in the sense of how it performs day to day. So both of these guys do have extremely powerful specs. The Galaxy S8 on paper does have Snapdragon 835, 4 gigs of RAM, definitely slightly edging the iPhone 7 Plus in terms of on paper. But in the real world, with the A10 quad-core Fusion chip, that Snapdragon 835 is an octa-core, by the way, and 3 gigs of RAM, this is plenty enough to make iOS snap just a little bit quicker than the Galaxy S8 Plus. And what I mean by snap is be snappier than the Galaxy S8 Plus. If you still don't know what I mean, that means that it's a faster phone. It feels more smooth day to day than the Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, this is not extremely more smooth. I mean, both of these are $800 smartphones, so they both are very fast, very quick, but there's just a little bit more stutter here on the Galaxy S8 Plus from the time to time, and you definitely feel it if you use the Galaxy S8 Plus and then you go to a 7 Plus. You can definitely feel just a little bit higher level of polish, a little bit higher level of speed, just a little bit more buttery smooth on the iPhone 7 Plus. And this is why it can be my recommendation for people who just need something very reliable. Maybe you're a businessman, a photographer, somebody, and you just use a phone for reliability. You don't really care about all these features. If you don't care about features a lot and feature sets, the iPhone 7 Plus, I can tell you right now, you could just stop watching this video, is a better phone for you if you don't care about all these awesome features that come on a phone. Alright guys, so talking about software on both of these devices, running iOS 10.3.1, the latest version on the iPhone 7 Plus, and Android Nougat here for the Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, this is iOS through and through. We know what iOS is. If we've ever used an iPhone, an iPod, I'm sure most 9 out of 10 people have used an iOS product before. Even if they don't own one, they've probably tried it out and used one, and it's pretty much the same experience that it's always been. Very reliable, very smooth. It's got all the apps you would ever need. It's just kind of restricted. You don't have the ability to go ahead and move icons to exactly where you want. And this is one thing that frustrates me about iOS, is that even though it's a great operating system, you cannot put an icon, like, for example, if you want it there, look at that. I mean, Android's had this for years, and I think it's just pretty funny that you still can't do that here 10 years after the inception of, iPhone 2007. So over here is the Galaxy S8 Plus, and it runs the latest version of TouchWiz. Now, you could say the Android system has been pretty much the same forever, and it's kind of true. Android, people will try to bash on iOS like it doesn't change, but if you really look at Android, it doesn't change that much either. You've been able to do widgets for years. You've been able to, theme out Android for years. But where Samsung has an edge here, literally, pun intended, you can see they have the edge panel right there, is that they have Theme Store built in. So Theme Store is built in to the operating system, so this makes it easy for everyone to customize their phone without having to be an Android expert. So it really puts that customization factor in the hands of everyone, because not everyone, I feel like, is going to dig around, try to root and customize their phone here. But in terms of which one has better software in my experience, I think that this is kind of a toss-up. The iPhone 7 Plus has better software for reliability and polish. The Galaxy S8 Plus has better software for those who want to customize. So that's really what it comes down to. And you probably already felt that inside when you were listening to this video, which one was more of you. When I said customize, you might have been like, yeah. Or you might have been like, nah, I like the speed and polish. And that's how you would know which one is your phone. Talking about the displays a little bit closer here, we're talking about a 1080p full HD panel here for the iPhone 7 Plus and that incredible 6.2 inch infinity display. And you can see Samsung has found a way to cram a 6.2 inch display into the size of an iPhone 7 Plus body, but becoming even narrower than a 7 Plus body. So this is incredible design work here by Samsung, and whether you're an Apple fan or a Samsung fan, you got to give them credit where credit is due. They hit this one out of the park, and you know, Samsung does not pay me to say this. This is my phone. I purchased this phone. You know, everyone is applauding this design, and it's, you know, it's well deserved. I mean, this is not an easy thing to achieve, putting an edge panel on a body this thin. I mean, these are the phones we dream about. These phones that are pretty much all screen, no bezel. It's coming to life here with the Galaxy S8 Plus, and it definitely shows. So in terms of the screen panel itself, Super AMOLED display, there's no contest here. Every time you look at the Galaxy S8 Plus display, you go back to the 7 Plus, you think, this is kind of a downgrade in the display department, because it kind of just is. And you know, it's hard to see this between camera. Sharper, more vibrant colors on the Galaxy S8 Plus, and the Galaxy S Plus is really well calibrated, so it's not like oversaturated like the past Samsung Galaxy series. This one is well calibrated too, and definitely the best display on the market right now. The iPhone 7 Plus is no chump. I would say the iPhone 7 Plus is probably tied for number 2 or 3 in the best displays on the market. It's very, very accurate in the color department, has great colors, and it's very easy on your eyes at night with the iPhone 7 Plus due to its, you know, I think the way they calibrated this display, you know, it's P3 cinema grade, very easy on the eyes. So the iPhone 7 Plus is no chump in the display department, but the Galaxy S8 Plus definitely takes the crown here for me. Let's talk a little bit about performance. So day to day, we did a performance test, so I'm not going to talk too much about this. The iPhone 7 Plus is the faster phone in my experience. It just opens apps quicker. I mean, the Galaxy S8 Plus is a quick phone as well, but you know, time and time again, I find that the 7 Plus is just a little bit faster. So you've seen the Galaxy S8 Plus easily keeps up from time to time, but it's when we come into RAM management that the Galaxy S8 Plus starts to choke a little bit. Not there, but it does from time to time. Anyway, this is only slight. I'd say 10% faster on the iPhone 7 Plus. It's not a huge deal, so this wouldn't be the deciding factor for me in terms of, you know, picking one of these phones. It wouldn't be speed. Both of these phones are wicked fast, so I wouldn't decide based on speed. But if you're like, no, Nick, speed is my thing, the iPhone 7 Plus is for you. Alright guys, let's talk quickly about build and design. So specifically, the iPhone 7 Plus Jet Black kind of feels like a Galaxy series device. So, you know, with that polish on the back, you know, you got a polish, or you got a glass back here on the Galaxy S8 Plus. Even though they say this is like a glass polish, it is, you know, or aluminum. They said it's aluminum polish. You know, these feel almost the same. So the iPhone 7 Plus more than ever feels like a Galaxy device if you get the Jet Black model. Now, if you get the aluminum model, I think that, you know, they feel quite a bit different. The 7 Plus with the aluminum feels very premium as well. But the Galaxy S8 Plus, just a very smooth feel, wraps in the hand very nicely, contours to your palm, just a very nice feel in hand. And in terms of the build quality, there's no clear winner here either. If you go with either of these, they're gonna feel premium. They're gonna feel about the same in the level of premiumness that you get from both of these phones. But the Galaxy S8 Plus is gonna be just a little bit narrower. It's gonna feel a little bit better in the hand in terms of it's premium, but it fits in your hand better. This is just a little bit wide of a phone. So definitely I'm gonna give the overall build and feel to the Galaxy S8 Plus, just because it gives you that same level of iPhone feel in the hand, but in a narrower package, so it fits in your palm better. Alright guys, so let's talk a little bit about their cameras. So the iPhone 7 Plus and Galaxy S8 Plus are kind of different in this area, but similar in one way. They both have 12 megapixel cameras. Now, in my experience, the Galaxy S8 Plus shoots better pictures than the iPhone 7 Plus. Why I say this is because, you know, the photographer will definitely want the 7 Plus. You know, if they want very accurate colors, they want to shoot in RAW, they want to go ahead and tweak their photos to their own perfect liking, the iPhone 7 Plus will be your winner. But for the everyday consumer, the person probably watching this video who just wants a beast camera in their pocket, shoots amazing pictures, will blow you away every time you take a picture in good sunlight, that's the Galaxy S8 Plus right here. The iPhone 7 Plus is going to shoot great pics. You're going to like them, but you're not going to be like, whoa, that looks so amazing. Like, the punchy colors of the Samsung display is going to show off that beautiful camera there on the rear. So I definitely have to give the win to the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. The S8 Plus also has quicker focus than the iPhone 7 Plus, so it can focus and target in on subjects quicker than the iPhone 7 Plus. But the iPhone 7 Plus is not out of the waters, and this is a toss-up camera comparison here as well. The iPhone 7 Plus's zoom camera is very handy, and you will not get zoom like you will on the 7 Plus on the Galaxy S8 Plus. So if you want zoom, go with the 7 Plus. Also, the bokeh effect from the portrait mode is definitely going to be a win here on the iPhone 7 Plus. Portrait mode just basically blurs the background out and brings your, subjects that are close more into focus. They do have selective focus here for the Galaxy S8 Plus, but it just doesn't work quite as well as the portrait mode on the iPhone 7 Plus. So I'm calling the camera around a toss-up. If you want natural colors, go with the iPhone 7 Plus. If you want to shoot in RAW and tweak your own stuff, go with the iPhone 7 Plus. If you want a great camera, just pull out of your pocket that just blows you away pretty much every time, that's the Galaxy S8 Plus here. Now, I do want to talk a quick second to talk about the gaming performance between the two. I'm not going to go too in depth. I did a gaming review on these two. You can check it out on the channel where we opened up apps to see which one opens quicker. We played a little bit with the games to see which one is quicker. The iPhone 7 Plus is the quicker performer, but you're going to have a more immersive experience in the Galaxy S8 Plus, and it almost opens apps just as fast as the 7 Plus. So gamers, it all comes down to the screen. Do you want to immerse yourself in this, infinity edge panel when you're playing your games with the punchy colors, making it very, very beautiful to look at your games? Or do you want this nice big screen of the iPhone 7 Plus with the nice chunky bezel so you can hold it like a PSP or something like that and not get your, fingers on the screen? Although that doesn't really make a big difference on the S8 Plus. It does feel a little bit more, secure like this on the iPhone 7 Plus, and you want better speed, then the 7 Plus is your guy. So in this round, the 7 Plus is the winner in speed, but the Galaxy S8 Plus is the winner in immersion. So you got to decide for yourself which one matters more to you. So let's talk my battery life experiences here between the 7 Plus and the Galaxy S8 Plus. And the Galaxy S8 Plus, when I first got it, wasn't better than the 7 Plus, but after I've been using it a week or so, a couple weeks here, it's actually caught up to the 7 Plus, and I could call this round about a draw. Even though the iPhone 7 Plus has a less than, size battery than the iPhone or than the Galaxy S8 Plus, it definitely does have maybe slightly better or if not equal battery to the Galaxy S8 Plus. The Galaxy S8 Plus is one of the best Android battery life phones I have ever seen in terms of just, a mainstream consumer oriented phone, not one of those phones like the Blue Energy or whatever like that that has like 5,000 milliamp hour batteries built in. This is incredibly good on battery life in the Galaxy S8 Plus for an Android device. So battery life, definitely not one area I would say that one has a huge win over the other. The iPhone 7 Plus might last a little bit longer, but it takes way longer to charge than the Galaxy S8 Plus. So you got fast charging including there on the Galaxy S8 Plus as well. So should you buy an iPhone 7 Plus or Galaxy S8 Plus in terms of the audio? So you got to decide one thing here. Do you want a 3.5mm headset jack? Don't get the 7 Plus. Do you want better speakers on the front? Do you want a speaker to come out of your phone? So do you not use headphones a lot? Then the 7 Plus is your boy. It has stereo speakers. The Galaxy S8 Plus, do you want a 3.5mm headset jack? Do you listen to your headphones a lot? The Galaxy S8 Plus is your phone here. But if you want a phone that just booms from the speaker, the Galaxy S8 Plus is not your phone. The speaker gets plenty loud, but it's not as loud as, not even close to the iPhone 7 Plus in terms of loudness. So you got to decide, 3.5mm headset jack do you want in the Galaxy S8 Plus? I know we want them both, but we don't get them both here. You got to pick and choose. Either you want the headphone, from the Galaxy S8 Plus, or you want the booming speakers from the front firing speakers of the iPhone 7 Plus. So what are some other things that come included with the Galaxy S8 Plus and the iPhone 7 Plus? Both give you headphones in the box. You get better headphones with the Galaxy S8 Plus and the 8KG setup. The iPhone 7 Plus does give you the AirPods, which I know a lot of people like how they contour to their ears, so you still might like those better. but I can tell you right now, the AKG headphones and the Galaxy S8 Plus are definitely a better pair of earbuds for quality. Now, also you get Apple Pay and Samsung Pay on both of these devices. Samsung Pay being a little bit more accurate in my experience. You get 3D Touch here on the iPhone 7 Plus. You don't get 3D Touch here on the Galaxy S8 Plus. They try to incorporate something that's kind of similar to 3D Touch with this little feature right here, but it just lets you remove shortcuts, see app info and stuff like that. So it's not even close in my opinion to 3D Touch. 3D Touch is more intricate. It works with more features and stuff like that. And also, I think that you get the Force Touch kind of button here on the Galaxy S8 Plus. So you can press it when the screen is off and it kind of does that thing right there. But the Force Click here on the iPhone 7 Plus also feels very well done here. And it doesn't feel like a button anymore. It's more like a taptic engine here for the button there. Fingerprint scanner speed. Galaxy S8 Plus is faster on the fingerprint scanner, but sometimes it's more accurate here because it's not located on the rear like it is on the Galaxy S8 Plus. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I know it's been long, it's been in-depth, but I wanted to help you guys come down to a decision. I know you guys do research, you're looking to buy one of these phones, and that's what I'm here to help you do. And get the Samsung if you want the best looking phone. Get the iPhone 7 Plus if you want I would say the most polished apps. Do you want the best looking apps on the planet? Then get the iPhone 7 Plus. Do you want a no fuss experience where you don't have to customize anything? You have to do no manual controls. It's pretty much set up, ready to go out of the box. That's the iPhone 7 Plus. Do you want fast charging? Get the Galaxy S8 Plus. I mean, these phones both have so many great features, it's really hard to choose here. But I think that the Galaxy S8 Plus is a better smartphone overall. In terms of hardware. In terms of hardware, design, looks, and feel, it's better overall. I still think there's too many Apple loyalists that are not going to leave the Apple camps to come over to the Galaxy regardless of the fact that it's a beautiful phone. I know a lot of people have been saying that even though they don't want to leave their iPhone, they do applaud Samsung here, but many people are still waiting for the iPhone 8. And if you're an iPhone lover, I'd say still wait for the iPhone 8. But if you don't care about iPhone like that and you really want to experience what 2017 have to offer, the Galaxy S8 Plus is definitely probably the better buy here over the 7 Plus, and it comes in cheaper than the 7 Plus as well. That's my take on it. Nick here, help you to master your technology. Post your comments down below, questions, suggestions, anything you'd like to see on the channel going forward. Hit the like button for me if you enjoyed this video. I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well, and peace.